Hello and welcome back to Furfighters. I have no idea what episode number this is, but yeah, let's get on with it. Today the VAB building. Last time we killed, well, we saved Juanita. We didn't really kill her. We saved her from the grips of Vigo, and now we're going to go into the VAB building. Just a couple of things before I get in there. I apologise for the lack of Furfighters videos recently. There's been a lot going on in personal life. My fiance Cheesecake is expecting a child, so there's a lot of things I need to be sorting to get that sorted. So yeah, it's hectic, as you could probably imagine. But that's that. So please bear with me. Furfighters episodes will actually be coming out more frequently now. I'm going to sort out a schedule, and they'll be more frequently instead of being every Wednesday and Sunday. They're going to be more frequent, but I don't know when. So today, the VAB building. Now, just a small thing before I continue. I am aware that there is some audio overlapping sometimes. That is purely because of the headset I am using. I even have a brand new headset now, and it still does the same thing. Pretty much, I have my speakers on the lowest you can imagine, and my microphone still picks up the music from them, so there's nothing I can really do about that. I've tried finding a way of doing noise cancellation, and it makes my voice sound like I'm talking into a tin can. So yeah, we're avoiding that. Anyway, we have General Bristol here.
There are several stages to prepping a shuttle for launch. First, you'll need to load it into the VAB building. Then you must load it with experiment pods, equip it with booster rockets, and add a fuel tank. Finally, the mission instructions must be loaded via a computer disk. When all that's done, you'll have to get the shuttle onto a transporter to move it to the launch site.
In case you didn't follow all that, we will see these everywhere, and these will tell you roughly what you're supposed to do. So that is bring a shuttle in. That is me getting shot to crap. Okay, so that one's bring a shuttle in. The next one is you add pods, then we attach it to a fuel tank, then we load it onto a bay, install the mission stuff, and we're good to go. Right. Couple things. I know what's around that corner, so let's bring them out, shall we? Why is that door already open? Oh, I know why. You get a new enemy type. In this area. Sorry, I was just concentrating then. So yes, new enemy type, new weapons. I think we introduced to most of the new enemies, bar a handful. There's one. Rabbits. And they are so annoying. Because they just circle you with pistols. Dual pistols, may I add. So, yeah, there's one new enemy type. We get, I think, 2 more. And then there's only 1 more in the entire game. Now, as far as I'm aware, we can't progress until we have a shuttle in here, because currently this is empty. So this is pointless, and as I've mentioned in the previous episode, this is one of the hardest things I did as a child. I just could not get to grips with it. And I say one of the hardest things, because the hardest thing in this entire game is yet to come. And you won't see that for some time. But this one is really tough. So we're up here, and I guess this is what you can call mission control, I guess. I wouldn't know. But this is where you will find a duck. We'll talk to him in just a second. And as I said, these are everywhere. You need to listen for that beep. Yeah, that one. That is the one that you will need to tell you that you're nearborn. So here we go.
Ah, Dr. Juliet. Good. Some idiots left a small child in charge of that giant transport plane, and he's having trouble landing it. Perhaps you can assist him?
And this is the part I can't do, because you need to put gear down. Which one's gear down? Okay. And we need to steer, and it doesn't change from this view. We need to get onto the runway and slow down. But it's not easy to do, so if I do it first time, I will be absolutely stunned. No, didn't think so. Oh.
You seem to have destroyed $3 billion worth of equipment. At least that little guy's all right, though. That young person's still up there, Doctor.
Right, I'll give it a few tries. If I keep failing, then I will just jump cut until I do it. But this is the part that is taking so long, and this is why it's taken me a while to record this episode. I want to try and put this off for as long as possible, because this bit is just nightmarish. I think you have to kind of pump the brake and slowly steer yourself down, like this. Yes, yes, slow, 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 slow. I believe I have done it, and I'm going to keep my finger on this and not move. Second try, not bad. But as a kid, that was an absolute nightmare to do. I crashed every time, and I couldn't do it. I tried so hard. And then you get the claw to come in and scoop the thing away. Whew, I'm glad that's over with. Because you couldn't progress with this level unless you landed that shuttle, and I just could not land this shuttle, so I could not ever progress in this level. I landed it once, and I was so happy. It was unreal. Oh boy, come on, we know what we're doing now. Let's progress with the level. So I'll try and complete as much of this as I can in this episode. And thank you all very much for being continuous watchers. Those of you who have watched the video this far... Oh, we're swapping. There you go, you see? Add pods to it next. That's my next thing. But those of you who have watched the video this far, I cannot thank you enough. Who've kept up with this series. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot. So drop a comment down below, please. Just a little one, just to say hi or something. Let me know that you are someone who loves watching this series. Because I got a really big surprise. I don't know if this guy's watching or not, but I got a big surprise the other day. Someone actually tweeted me about something to do with fur fighters. Now, the fur fighters part aside, someone actually tweeting me about something that I do on YouTube was huge. Like, I had been surprised so much that someone would actually take the time to tweet me about something. Like, I genuinely thought that nobody was really enjoying anything, but I just kept going anyway because I enjoyed doing it. But he tweeted me about some Fur Fighters magazine snippet, and we tweeted back and forth for a little while, which was just fantastic. I like to talk to people that have been watching my stuff. It's brilliant. So make sure to check Twitter. I believe it'll be at the end of the video if you don't know what it is. At Meatlings News, all one thing. So make sure you follow me there, because every time we upload a video, it goes on there, so you can easily pick it up. Anyway, we need to take Tweak to the very top of this giant-ass tank to get one of his babies. And you might think, well, how? Because if you remember, he was in the shuttle, so what you need to do is glide off here, avoid that bit of a wing back there, and then land in here. There you go. Wow, my game randomly freezes sometimes. There you go. Right, up here, and then we get the first baby of the VAB building in Cape Canaveral, which is amazing. Got him. Tweak. Okay, bizarre creations. Just one thing. I know that you're probably never going to see this or anything, but naming Tweak's babies, I don't know if it was genius or lazy. I've never figured that out. Like, was that just a stroke of genius, or was it just pure laziness? There? What you... There? Go away! Ah! Go away. Yeah, there's bears around every corner. But I believe we get another one of my favourite weapons in the entire game in here, so that's brilliant. So just remember there are bears everywhere here, and they're astronauts, which is really weird. They don't have a brain cell between them, and they're astronauts. Also, keep your eye out for cows in jetpacks. And there's one right above me, just as I say that. There he is. Oh, they have flamethrowers. Let's actually use this. There's the cow in the jetpack. That's a new enemy type. They are quite persistent throughout the rest of the game now, which is brilliant. So you get actually a lot of new enemy types. Like, we're in the 3rd zone, and there's a load of new enemy types. And they keep coming. Even in the next zone, we still have a handful of enemy types we haven't discovered yet. So, yeah. But those cows are really weird. And if you saw at the back, saw at the end there after I killed it, the jetpack exploded. It will damage you if you're near it when the jetpack explodes. Do not stand next to the jetpack. It will hurt. So push this button, and I believe... Shuttle not prep. Oh, do we need to bring the shuttle over? I believe we need to push a button up here then. I can't quite remember. You'll have to bear with me on this one, guys. As I said, I only really ever did this once or twice because landing that shuttle was an absolute nightmare. So mostly avoided this level. So this is probably the rustiest level I have. I believe I need to eject. Yes, from what I remember, I need to eject the mission controls. Is that a thing I need to do? This is the actual shuttle, by the way. And they're... Oh, no, they're up there. Okay. There is a reason why we're prepping this. I won't spoil it, but you'll find out eventually. Grab some of this. So I can't actually do it. I need to add the boosters to you first. Okay, so I don't think I do that up here. Do I do it through there? It's so nice being able to glide around as Tweak. Do I do it through here? Yeah, I think it's this room. Because that's the satellite. I believe it's in here. Oh, that's the best thing to do for that. I believe I need to push this button, but I need to prep the satellite first. Is that right?
Unable to load satellite. Satellite not prepped.
That's what I thought. Oh, we got the moon buggy. I remember that. And there's also a cheat. I remember the cheat. I'm hoping this works. This is... Oh god, the cow's around. You can hear him going moo 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 moo. Oh, they're so cool. Right, there's some tokens up here. Try not to forget them. I have several thousand times. Well, once or twice, because obviously I didn't do this. Right, this is another bit that's sort of difficult, but it's fun. Right, talk to him.
Hello, Doctor. The lunar buggy's almost ready for loading, but it must be sterilized first. There are enough bugs in space. We don't need to take any with us.
Yeah, I have no idea, Tweak. So you need to just walk to this. And then you get control of this thing. As you can see, it's sort of green. But the controls for this are old controls. So triangle is forward, X is backwards. So it's kind of awkward. So you can just zoom off into space, which is really awkward. So take your time. Don't keep your finger on the accelerator unless you're going forwards. But even then, be careful, because you don't want it. You can flip this thing, and if you flip this thing, you got to redo it. If you roll it over, you got to redo it. So there is a cheat. Now, if you go to the left here and go up this tube, you can unlock a cheat. But you've got to actually angle yourself slightly round, so you just continuously go around like that. And then a cheat has been discovered, finally. I will show you that cheat next episode. Or maybe the episode after, I don't know. I'll probably do it next episode. It's a brilliant cheat. As far as I'm aware, it makes all of the bears' heads have human heads, which is hilarious. I'll put it on for a couple episodes. Okay, so we've got to go out here. So my cheats aren't broken, that has been confirmed. I'll just need to try and collect the others. Okay. And we need to go on here. I don't think you can change... No, you can't change the camera. Okay. So you've got to be so careful, because you've got to go and clean this and then bring it back. I don't think there's anything that can actually kill you. These things just explode if you run them over. Don't worry about falling in the mud while you're going there, but worry about falling in the mud on the way back. That's bad. Don't fall in the mud on the way back. And there you go. Right, got across. No. Nah. Don't flip. There is no cheat for scoring hoops in here. You can just mess around with that. And what you need to do is you need to come into this bathroom, pop this soap into the water, and it will turn me bright white instead of being kind of minging green. There you go, I'm now white. So I'm now technically sterilized because I've went into a swimming pool full of soap. So don't fall in any mud, because you'll have to come back here. You got to take it all the way back to where you came from and dump it in a pod. I will show you where that goes. And don't take stupid risks like I am, because like I said, if you flip your vehicle like that, whoops, you got to redo it. So you have to redo this now. And yes, you do it from the beginning, which is sort of annoying. So what I'll do is I'll meet you once I am clean and back out again. Okay, so that's the buggy clean again. Also found out you can use the right stick to go forwards and backwards. So if you press the right stick up, it will make you go forwards, and you can use the left stick to steer. If you find that easier, you can use that. I'm currently using it at the moment, so it's kind of easy to use. Like, you don't have to worry about pressing the right buttons, because you just press up on the right stick. And then technically the left and right also steers the camera. Now, as long as I don't flip this over, you can no longer get dirty once you get to this point. So you don't have to worry about going back to clean yourself. You just have to worry about flipping it upside down. And then as far as I'm aware, you need to take it up a ramp and let the guy have a look at it. I did say you had to put it in a pod, but as far as I'm aware, that's incorrect. But we can test. I don't think it is at all. I believe this is the pod that it came from, so you don't want to pop it back in there.
Decontamination chamber out of order.
Oh, okay, so that technically would have been how you would have decontaminated it. Okay, so then you just need to bring it up here. Just be careful you don't accidentally fall off and die. Bring it up here and let him look at it.
Now that's a nice clean buggy.
Yes, then you need to load it into this pod. There you go. That's that done. Then I believe I can pop this. Yep, there we go, and that's going to pick that up, so that'll put that onto the shuttle. Or put it somewhere for me, I can't quite remember. But we now have a pod that has a shuttle in it. Sorry, a little buggy, which you never actually see again. Which is really bizarre, so I don't know why they tell you to do it. It's kind of something they miss, which would have been nice to ride around on a space, a space area with a buggy. Kind of like do a flea mission, but have him sat inside a moon buggy. That would have been great. Right, so that's that. We now need to prep this, and I believe we need Juliet for this. But we haven't done killing the enemies. Just be careful, okay? Be very careful. I'm telling you to be careful because when you don't know that the you don't know that the guys. There's another enemy type. Crumbs. Okay, I don't know if you saw him, but he's an armadillo, and he has the same gun I was just using, so he can be very dangerous. But they also curl up into a ball, and walk towards you. So and when they're in the ball, they can't take damage. We'll show you here if he does. Look, can't take damage until he pops out. There you go. So there's the 3 enemy types that you get introduced to. And you can't actually go through there yet. Crap! Okay, back to this area. So yes, just be careful about the cows. You don't know where they are usually. So I would advise always keeping a very observant look to your surroundings and listen. Because you will hear their jetpacks. The moment they spot you, they will just descend upon you. Like that. Yeah, also their explosions hurt other people around them too. So that's very handy. But they will just descend upon you and burn you to a crisp. And no, Tweak is not immune to fire, even though he can swim in friggin' lava. Now I believe we need to climb the satellite, from what I remember. So we will load these both into the shuttle, and then we'll call the episode for today. And then the next one, we will sort out one of the hardest... I say hardest parts, it's not really. Do I need to just jump on that? No. Okay, I can't remember how I close this up. Do I have to... I think, as far as I'm aware, following these, you'd have to climb this entire thing. Here. So just climb up here, and then you'll probably make it. I don't know. I can't remember. We need a sequel to this game, like a proper sequel. And I'm more than happy to talk to people about that, like official people. More than happy. And I know technically it's like, well, why should I? Because I'm not technically qualified. But I have some amazing ideas. I have pretty much been thinking of Fur Fighters sequels for years. And if it had a sort of Ratchet and Clank feel to it, I know that sounds weird, but if it has a Ratchet and Clank feel to it, where you can upgrade your weapons and level your weapons as you use them, so the more you use a specific weapon, the more upgrades become available for it, and you can bolt on different weapon effects like acid, freeze, fire, and stuff like that. I believe that would really make Fur Fighters amazing. Now imagine trying to create like dual pistols, because you can dual wield them as, say, a rabbit, and the pistols themselves shoot really fast and have cryo shots in them because you've upgraded it to do cryo stuff. I think that would be absolutely amazing. And then I don't think leveling your characters themselves would be a relatively good idea. Just the guns. You don't want to give them too much to do. Maybe similar to Ratchet and Clank, like you can level up. I suppose you could, but make it this close quarter combat thing that you can level up. Like maybe have 3 or 4 different levels to it, so it becomes more powerful or something. I don't know. But definitely stick with collecting stuff. Like, I don't care. You've got to somehow still have collecting in it. That's a thing you must have. It has to be a platforming 3D shooter. It has to. I mean, I keep the cell shed as well, because the cell shed is what makes this. I mean, this game still looks wonderful in this time because of the cell shed. Like, it's actually keeping up with modern day games just because it's been cell shed. So do some stuff like that and it'd look brilliant. But as for the Fur Fighters themselves, I'm not quite sure what you could do. Me and my sister for a time was toying with the idea of maybe go for some of the babies. Like, for example, the Fur Fighters themselves get kidnapped by, say, Vigo's wife or Vigo's long-lost relative, or something to do with Vigo, some connection to him, and they actually take the Fur Fighters themselves in some kind of plan rather than the babies, and then you use, say, 6 of the infants, so they actually are really young, 6 of the infants, to go out and save the world with all of their amazing, devastating, explosive weapons of death. I think that would be a brilliant thing. And you can kind of, I definitely say, put some good story in it. Most games these days just look for flashy stuff. Put a bit of good story in it, make sure there's a lot of fun things to do, upgrade a lot of weapons, put a lot of depth into it. Like little details, that's what counts. Little details in games are what count. Anyway, yeah, so that's the shuttle there. We have loaded in the satellite, we have loaded in the buggy. We are now putting it, as far as I'm aware, on a fuel tank. There you go. We moved it into another room entirely, which we won't see for some time now. And you certainly won't. You have to wait until the next episode, because I'm going to end the episode here, guys. So yeah, please make sure you share these videos with as many people as you like who you know like Fur Fighters, because it'd be great to have as many people watch these as possible. I don't think many YouTubers out there have played this, so it'd be fantastic to get people over here. And everyone plays it differently. Everybody plays it differently. And if you're a huge fan, you can watch a game played as many times as you like, because people have different play styles. Like, I just spam this shotgun. Most people probably would spam that, or they might use a lot of machine guns. I don't know. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I am Sausage. This is Fur Fighters, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!